Today we're going to be talking about why we need to be inspired by people that we work with, especially the older people. And that's really who we want to be inspired from mostly. People in our workforce, the ones that are older, the ones that been there for a long time, the ones that been there for 17 years working in the warehouse. Currently, I work in the warehouse right now. I work at LKQ. If you're watching this in a different city or state, you will probably, maybe you have an LKQ out there, but that don't really matter. But what I was thinking about is that sometimes we get caught up in like who we work with and we identify as just another employee that works there. But once you realize that you got a mission, and when you realize that there is a goal outside of this workplace, you have to really be able to fuel that fire with the people that are working around you that have been in the same position for 15 years. They've been working the same dead-end job. You making damn near just as much as them, and they've been here for 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, you know what I mean? And they haven't even, some of them haven't even moved up the corporate ladder. They've been just working their regular position, or they might have switched around. Those are the people that you got to be inspired by in order, and then tell yourself, I'm not going to be like them. Because if you don't push yourself towards your goals, let me take a sip of my coffee real quick. If you don't push yourself towards your goals, even at your workspace, you're going to find yourself damn near being stuck in the same loop. If you don't put no motion towards nothing, you're going to be damn near stuck on what you've been doing. You're going to be constantly just, all right, I'm working here, I'm around these people. Next thing you know, they'll go 1 year. Next thing you know, they'll go 2 years. Next thing you know, they'll go 3 years, because you've just been working. Or you might have switched jobs. You might have, it don't even matter if you switch a job. Anybody that you working around, pay attention to who you work with, and like really just analyze like other people's mistakes, because at the end of the day, the people that do work at these jobs for 15 years, 10 years, and they haven't moved up the corporate ladder at least to get like a significant pay raise or something like that, most of the time them people is struggling. Most of the time they is stressed out, miserable.
You know, shout outs to this young brother that has the mindset and the vision to understand and to even be curious and challenge the status quo, really, to say, okay, wait a minute, there has to be more than just being in a job for 40 years, 50 years, what have you, and not necessarily having a plan, not necessarily moving up in the industry that you're in. I'm just saying, okay? And you know, some guys are not entrepreneurs. Some guys are cool working a 9 to 5, and that's cool as well. But I think the key takeaway so far is you probably need to have a plan where you could possibly elevate yourself to get to that next level, okay? To move up in the industry that you're in, or possibly start a side hustle, or take the skills, okay? Develop the skills that you've learned from your job and then apply it to your side hustle, okay? That could very well be a possibility. But again, I think the key takeaway here is to not remain stagnant, okay, and complacent when you're doing these 9 to 5 jobs. It's very, very easy to have time slip through your fingers, but let's keep going.
Most of the time, bro, some people is stressed out, miserable, bro. They don't like what they doing. They just doing it to get by. And then, I mean, when you're a young person that's working in like one of these type of jobs, like a warehouse, or you just working around older people and you kind of making the same type of competitive pay as them, or damn near the same exact thing, deep down, they really don't like that. They more insecure about it, because they realizing, damn, this young person, they've been working here. They working here now. I'm where they started, and I'm still in the same spot from where they started 15 years later, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? They don't really feel good about that. And if you don't put some type of emotion to even the littlest thing, like nobody said that your life is going to change overnight. Or of course it ain't going to change overnight unless something like crazy lucky happened, like you hit the lottery you get some like crazy big shout out or win some giveaway or some whatever the fuck. But yeah, bruh, you gotta at least put a little bit of motion into something. That's why I'm even putting effort into making this content that I'm making now, putting these videos out there. Just really kind of getting myself out there and shit, you know what I mean? It's a little bit motion, baby steps, a little bit at a time. And if you don't, even whatever you find that you want your niche to be, start putting motion into that. Start expanding outside of this work. And then you're gonna really realize that you got a bigger picture going on. And you're not gonna be like these same that's out here. I think my manager walking over to me now, I don't know why. But you're not gonna be in the same position as these bro, if you stick to your shit. You feel me? But I really just wanted to get this message out there. Not to be shaming anybody who's in the workforce. Or if you are older and you still happen to watch this, it ain't no shame. But I'm just saying, man, keep your eyes on the bigger picture and realize that you don't want to be like the typical motherfuckers that been working here for 15 years. You're gonna be satisfied when that time come around and you realize that you be doing the same shit. How do you think these motherfuckers still there all this time? That's because they just kind of fell into the trap, especially the older generation. Them motherfuckers stuck in that work mindset. They don't even really be trying to expand. They just work, just pay the bills, provide. Most of them don't really look for nothing bigger. That's why they be stuck. Some of them be stuck miserable. So yeah, bro, that's all I gotta say. And I'm gonna just catch y'all boys in the next video. Peace.
Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Okay, like I said, it seems like he's having an aha moment at this point in time and realizing, nah, this ain't it. Okay, I'm seeing dudes 15, 20 years in the same position, making the same amount of money as me, okay, barely moving up, barely surviving, especially in today's economy. Who knows what the next 4 years is going to hold, you know, with the election and what have you. Possibility things may get better here, but you know, you got to really look at yourself. Okay, you really got to look at the people in the four walls of your home as well. Okay, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, wait a minute, I need to make a change. Okay, if I'm not happy in the current position that I'm in, I need to do something about it. Okay, I need to put my best foot forward here to get a better outcome. Okay, especially if you have kids, you have dependents. Okay, maybe you want to create a legacy, you want to have kids, you know, newlyweds, what have you. Okay, you know, you got to create a life for yourself, a lifestyle where you can, you know, facilitate and have the freedom to do so. Okay, and a lot of these 9-to-5 jobs, of course, there's going to be anomalies for sure. And maybe you have a great 9-to-5 job. Shout outs to you. But for the most part, a lot of these 9-to-5 jobs, you're just scraping by, right? You really are. You're just making ends meet. Again, with the economy currently at the recording of this video, there's a lot of things that certain people can't afford. And, you know, eggs, milk, cheese, gas, rent. A lot of people are struggling and living check to check. Okay, it is extremely difficult to get by nowadays in 2024. Okay, and basically what he's saying in the video, you got to have something in motion. Okay, even if you want to stay in your 9-to-5 job, which there's nothing wrong with, possibly elevate yourself. Okay, maybe you need to get a certificate. Maybe you need to go back to school, you know, 6-month program to possibly make an extra $20,000. Okay, apply for that new position, put yourself out there, improve your skills. Okay, once you improve your skills and you have the experience, of course, you'll be able to move around within your industry. Okay, maybe you need to go to a different company, right? You need to have things in motion in order to get to that next level. Okay, and he mentioned that, you know, he's starting his YouTube career and putting videos out there, and he's doing that on the side. Okay, who knows? His channel may balloon and blow up, and he may be in a position where he could possibly quit his job and focus on YouTube. Okay, maybe YouTube might be his primary source of income. Who knows, right? But he's putting himself out there. He's putting things in motion to possibly get to that next level. Okay, and I think that's the key takeaway of this video. I've worked some jobs where I only get 30 minutes lunch. Okay, so I got to walk to the cafeteria, wait in line for a microwave. Okay, heat up my lunch. That's 10 to 15 minutes gone. Eat my lunch. That's 5 to 7 minutes right there. And then I have maybe 2 to 3 minutes to use the washroom and get back to work. Okay, your food hasn't even digested and you're already working, frantically trying to get back to your desk. I'm just saying. Okay, for me, when I was doing that, that was annoying. Okay, extremely annoying. That really pissed me off. Okay, because back then, although I'm still in the gym and I'm working out, but I was really, really into the gym. Okay, I was, taking supplements, okay, protein powders and creatine and all these other supplements. And I was working out twice a day. I was eating 5 to 7 meals a day. So the fact that I didn't have time to eat my food and then have, additional breaks to get my meals and calories in, that really pissed me off. It really did. Okay. And hey, you're going to have other reasons as to why that might piss you off. That was my reason personally. But the key takeaway here is I didn't have the freedom. I didn't have the freedom to necessarily do what I wanted to do and operate the way I wanted to operate, okay? Because you're on company's time. The company, for the 8 hours that you're at work, pretty much has control over you, okay? You have to abide by the rules and regulations and their policies, or else you could possibly get fired, okay? So I don't want to say it's a ball and chain, but it kind of puts things into perspective. Like, wait a minute, I don't really have that much freedom at work. I'm just saying. And again, he is creating a spark plug in his mind to say, I need to put things in motion. I need to have a better outcome because I'm looking at the older generation and I'm learning from their mistakes. Okay. And a wise man will learn from the mistakes from other people. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback. And until next time.